Next, we have a movie where Chris Hemsworth is playing a professional thief that is very shy and timid, that we are made to believe can't pull sexy ass women just by being that. Chris can try and play the vulnerable, emotionally distant type and not the macho bravado, masculine archetype that we're normally used to seeing him play all he wants. But let's admit, even when this man doesn't try to have that easy Mr. Steal Your Girl type of energy, he just exudes it naturally from every orifice of his being. That lucky son of a bitch. The movie I'm talking about is Crime 101. The plot is basically a discount wholesale Temu Heat. But the problem with any movie that has a heist in it, and even a modicum of a raw feel to it, it's going to be compared to Heat. Let's just face it, any movie that comes out now that has any kind of heist in it, that movie's trying very hard to be Heat. Deservedly so. But this movie is not Heat. And that's okay. It's got other things working for it. It's a much more character-driven heist movie. And it focuses mainly on the character of Chris Hemsworth, who is a professional thief who has a particular set of rules that he abides by. And now that he wants to do his last heist, he has a lot of people involved, or should I say intertwined, in this last supposed heist. And that's where I didn't think in this movie that I would care that much about the characters. But as the story went along, I found myself really intrigued and invested in what was going to happen to these characters. With Chris Hemsworth, with Mark Ruffalo, and Halle Berry. The only one I would say I didn't really care that much is Barry Keoghan's character. I thought Barry Keoghan's character was the least interesting one that really didn't add much to the story. If you watch it, if you felt like there was something that I missed, let me know in the comments, but I felt like he added almost nothing. He was just a part of the plot towards the finale, and there was nothing much else to his character. But the main star of the show is Chris Hemsworth, who plays this docile, meek, gentle thief. And I was really hoping that Chris was going to narrate his process and be one of those thieves who tells you exactly what he needs to do with this particular set of skills. But I never got that, and that was really disappointing. It's not a negative, but I kind of wanted him to narrate his process. And another character that I absolutely connected with was Halle Berry's character. And how when someone is treated really badly at work and when they don't get what is deserved and earned, how far they will go. And it's a reflection of what's happening in the world. The age-old discussion of giving your all to the job and not being rewarded for it. Same as Rachel McAdams in Send Help. And how sometimes being ignored and set aside affects the choices that we make in those moments of absolute hate and true anger. I enjoyed watching what was happening to her character and wanted to see what kind of resolution her character was going to get. And another positive for this movie is the fact that they actually filmed in the city of Los Angeles, on the streets of Los Angeles, and I felt it. When there was a car chase, when people were walking around the city, when people were in restaurants, it felt like they were shooting on location. And that really stood out to me because a lot of movies nowadays, they film it on a stage, on a CGI stage. They have this big CGI screen and they can put them anywhere. We need to be in Paris, we'll be in Paris. We need to be at a restaurant, we'll be at a restaurant. And they don't film on location. And I miss that. I miss when movies used to be filmed on location and not on a set, where they would just turn a switch and they would be wherever they need to be. In this movie, they were filming on the streets, and that car chase, when you're watching, it felt like they were on the streets of Los Angeles. I'm not saying other movies don't have it. It's just that I felt it more in this movie. It made the movie have this raw feel. And I also really enjoyed the hopeful ending that this movie had. Most of the time with movies like this, they have a very melancholy ending to it. Not that it's not deserved. Movies like Heat have the ending that it has, and it works there, but sometimes I don't mind a hopeful ending. This one had me going, I'm glad it ended like that. Maybe I'm growing softer in my old age, I don't know. But I still like nihilistic endings. To give this movie its rating, I would give it a little bit better than I expected. I was going in expecting a very normal, action-heavy movie, which I kind of wanted, but then when I watched this movie, I didn't mind the character-driven aspect of this movie. It's much more of a drama than an action crime heist movie, but if you go into the movie knowing that it's going to be this drama, character-driven story, you might have a bit more fun with it rather than thinking that it's going to be an action movie. So I'll give it a little bit better than I expected. And you can watch it for free on Amazon right now.